Hello, collective. It's the DAE, the Divine Alchemy Empress, coming to you with a different perspective. You can see my hands and you can see my face and connect with me that way. Um, wow, we are a couple of days after the full moon, and I hope everyone was able to take some time out and think about laying intentions for the new moon. The next full moon is on December 7th, and so you know, I might be a psychic medium and one of the 144, but we're all learning, okay? So we're all learning Earth Angel, not Earth Angel, whatever. We're all on the planet, and we're all connected, so we're all in this together. Um, I've added some background music. Um, Getting back on subject, I have been very intentional about. Yeah, it's the last month of 2022. Um, and just reflect. For me, it was two things. It is the final month of 2022, and laying intention there of just putting an emotional hug over everything that has transpired, at least for me, in 2022. And you know looking over the list and checking it twice and saying you did good. If I have 50 things I want to accomplish, and honestly, I've only accomplished two in a 12-month span, I'm I'm always gentle and kind to myself because that is what I'm deserving of. I do things like this, so even if I only accomplish 2 out of 50 on my list, there's layers to it. So maybe I started doing yoga as a goal, for instance. But I've also, I'm also studying Reiki with it and getting certified. So when I get going with one thing, I'm like, oh my goodness, but this would be interesting, and let's move on to this. And so, always be kind and gentle to yourself. It's it's not a race anyway. I'm not saying procrastinating is a good thing, but at the same time, I realize, at least for me, like the pace, the pace that I accomplish, um, or give to certain aspects of my life is just perfect in that season. So, and I just realized this about myself too. I'm not sure, and feel free. I open my comments. I realize I needed to change my settings that I have. Please share in the comments, respectfully, of course. Um, I the energy that I perform with is different per season. How I approach my intentions in summer months or in the winter months is way different than how I do so in the springtime. And I've fully, I'm cognizant of that. And so I'm like, okay. So I know how to tweak and how to give adjustments. And I've also then expanded my list. So now that I put yoga and I put Reiki and I put some other things, and how I've reached out and how I've incorporated them into. So, if you're a person and you check off tasks, do so. But if you're also, an investigator like me, and my whole life is a quest. So my list to the if which I wouldn't share with anyone anyway, but if, let's just say, someone might look at your list, for your life, and say, I think you need to pick up the pace. Now, you know, that may be true if you're in a workplace situation, you have a certain timeline and you need to get certain things done. But just know in your personal life, particularly when you're on a spiritual quest, your pace is fine. Shorten the list or even combine it. That's something that I've done too. As I start to explore and discover and investigate dualities and certain subjects, I've gone down the list and I've reduced it because I see where everything is interconnected. Um, that's one thing. If you just joined the channel, this is the DAE. Thank you for clicking on. Thank you for connecting with the channel and this message. Please feel free to hit the like button and also to subscribe. All are welcomed. Please do not leave any suggestive solicitation or insensitive comments. You will be blocked and you will be reported. Okay, moving on from that. I received a download earlier this week and it was very. I cackled. I cackled in 5D. Um, first of all, I was not in human form. That's number one. And it didn't even strike me as odd. And I was on holiday with a new beau, and we were just having. It's like a past life soulmate. We were just having such a wonderful time, a wonderful trip, and we had taken a day trip on a type of boat, very different. I certainly wasn't in North America. We weren't in North America. We weren't in human form, but the people around us, um, you know, we were not in North America. We were certainly in another continent, um, and we were just hanging out. And there were lots of different not a lot, but there were other boats in the marina, whatever else, and in that part of the world, it's quite common to navigate on boats. Um, and like I said, the energy between us was just really nice, and we had a nice lunch, and I think we had done some sightseeing earlier that day. We wanted to culminate our day trip with a nice boat ride. Like I said, that is customary, and we were actually embracing. Sorry, I'm touching my nose. We were actually embracing and just I don't know, sipping mango juice or something. It was just like if you ever, it was just like the perfect. I don't want to say date because we're dating. It was just like the perfect day trip. We're so comfortable with each other. You know, we care about each other. We share. It's just a really beautiful day, environment, ambiance. Everything was just like really very, very sweet and very touching. And actually, it wasn't quite dusk. Maybe it was between 3 and 4 p.m. You know, you can see, but it's starting to get a little darker, and specifically for this time of year. And we were getting the boat ride was almost over, and it was pulling in. It was almost pulling in to the wharf there, you know, getting ready to anchor or whatever else. And other people were getting off the boat, and there's no need to get off and just stand in queue. Does not make any sense. And so we were enjoying each other, and I can feel his heartbeat, and he can feel mine, and it was just looking out. The sun wasn't quite setting, but it was just a beautiful time. And out of nowhere, another huge vessel came up to the right side of the vessel we were on, and it it remind it reminded me of like a pirate ship. It was big, it was ugly, it was dirty, the sails were not kept well, blah 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 blah. And it I mean, for a vessel of that size to even come within the vicinity of where we were, it's crazy. We would have seen it. It just appeared out of nowhere like sorcery. And it appeared out of nowhere, and this huge white rat, it seemed like a male energy, very angry, very karmic, just came. Oh, and another. So the pirate vessel was like all dark. You couldn't see inside. And then out of the shadows, this huge white male rat wanted to jump onto our vessel, wanted to interrupt our happiness, wanted to disrupt our beautiful energy. Because it was a karmic. I mean, this thing was huge. It was as big as a cat or a small dog. It was huge. And they wanted to ride our coattail. They wanted to disrupt our energy. And I was thinking, oh, SHIT, we're caught. I mean, its teeth was bared, its claws were. It was like a. It was. It looked like a rat, but it seemed a lot more sinister. And just we held on to each other. We didn't let each other go. He was like, I don't know what's going on, but we're in this together, and we're gonna kick this thing's butt. But um and just when the rat was getting it left its the deck on the vessel it was on, and just in midair, the thing the thing was in midair, and just before it was going to advance on us physically and land on our the crew of the boat. Maybe they took the corner too closely. Anyway, the boat we were on decided to just suddenly reverse because they were too close to they were too close to moor the boat to the I can't think of it now. Anyway, and so that stupid karmic rat fell into the ocean, and I mean, the hatred in this being entity's eyes, they were just scrambling. They were just scrambling in the air, trying to take hold of something, but they weren't able to. So that was the download. But also, when you believe in yourself and you stand up for yourself and you defend yourself, know that spirit and your ancestors, if you're a person of the light, they're always with you. We stood in solidarity with each other, and spirit was pleased, very pleased, and also just at the right, just at the proper in divine timing. The boat captain just decided to reverse the boat. Divine timing is always at play. I've come to know this. I respect it. I honor that, and it's amazing. The rat fell as it should. That rat was representative of a karmic energy that had been bothering my soulmate and I for a few lifetimes. And oh, we've done our shadow work, we paid our debt. You know, we're in our life purpose. You cannot, we're in a different timeline, so just go away. Go away. Excuse me. I have a new um, oracle deck, and it is the metaphysical what is it, cannabis oracle deck. Look at this. Look at what am I doing? Look at this. Oh, there it is. Oof. Isn't that hot? That is super hot. And this is a debut oracle deck by cannabis sommelier Maggie Wilson. Congrats, Maggie. She is a woman of color and the only one. Um, I believe in the United States it has that distinction. And the illustrator is Ijiwa Ibenibe. I believe she's a Nigerian Canadian artist. Um, I'm going to pull three cards for the collective of this oracle deck, and I wanted to say, um, I grew up in a Christian tradition, but I have gravitated towards Buddhism quite a bit. And initially, I thought it was weird. It makes perfect sense now, but at least these cards are beautiful, and I will show you. So these cards are to coincide with the download I received. Here are the cards. Take a look, friends. Look how beautiful these cards are. Like, seriously. Look. Are they nice? Alright, so they are transformation, restoration, and solo magic. Um, it says it all. You know, we are all transforming. I'm getting used to this new camera. We are all transforming ourselves, whether it's in a positive light or a negative light. We're all going through a transformation. So the time for the karmic cycle has closed, just like an auction. So, collective, I pray and hope that you are on of the light so that you're not stuck in another 7 year karmic cycle. I truly pray that that's not true for you. And then the next card is restoration. Okay, now if you're like me, um, you may have been raised. Which way are we going here? Yep, you may have been. I'm looking into the camera as I do this. Okay, don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh. There we go. There we go. I was raised in a culture where, you always need to be doing something. You know, if you sat down for contemplation, you were deemed kind of lazy. The idea of personal time, the idea of meditation, the idea of restoring your spirit for the next day, for the next anything was considered weird, was considered um, unnecessary. Yeah, you were viewed as lazy or a loafer if you wanted to replenish your spirit, if you wanted to, you know, bring temperance into your life. It was, and certainly I was considered a weirdo because intuitively I would get downloads and I knew and I was told, drink this tea, um, go to bed an hour earlier, and didn't know at the time I was under, what is it, demonic attack. People were attacking me spiritually. Um, and a lot of times they weren't sure why they weren't successful because my ancestors taught me how to restore myself, and I have not and will never, ever, ever, ever share those family secrets of my divine bloodline because it belongs only to us. And then the final card is solo magic. Yeah, solo magic. Yeah, I definitely love the. I'll get it. I always tell people, you know what? I believe in myself, and so I will always get what I need. So, um, I'll share this. I have used aromatherapy for healing for quite some time. Um, I say it all the time. Add some salt. Add some salt to your body wash. Certainly on your toothbrush when you and today is a new day. Today I let go of any fears and doubts. You know, people send you a lot of negative energies and it might create doubt in your mind. Oh, let it go. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. You let it go and never doubt yourself. Never, never, never. I believe these are I don't know, they look like what do you call them? Lotus flowers to me, the ones in the back. And lotuses grow in mud. So you can definitely heal yourself with water, clean thoughts, lucid dreams. Nothing is too extraordinary. Well, that's all I have for today. Please hit the like button and share this video. Um, that's it. Believe in yourself and keep dreaming. Take care.